Hello my queens and kings, and welcome to Tips Tuesday with me, Juju, founder of Train with Juju. This is gonna be our almost weekly talk every Tuesday where we go over all the tips and questions that you guys give me on my Instagram, whether you're a dancer training to go pro for NFL, NBA, or you're a college, high school dancer, or even if you're just starting out your dance journey. This Tips Tuesday is going to be beneficial for you, and I cannot wait to chat all the things dance. Let's get to it. All right, you guys, we're gonna do this very casually. I have all your questions right here on my phone, and I'm gonna get through as many as possible. The goal is to get through 10. So let's do it. I'm gonna speak freely. I have not scripted anything. I don't do well with scripts, so I'm just gonna speak my mind. So let's get to it. This question is from a dancer. I'm not gonna say names. It says, how to deal with nerves leading up to auditions. So I know that auditions can be so nerve-wracking, and if you're not nervous, you're probably not wanting this enough, right? Nerves are great. Butterflies are the things that make you excited. So I think the best way to deal with nerves is to genuinely meditate and imagine yourself making the team. So what I like to do is imagine the best case scenario. Instead of thinking the worst thing, think the best, and a positive mindset is going to lead you directly into your goals and dreams. But if you're negative, you'll have a dark cloud around you. You don't want that. So instead of thinking the worst thing that can happen, I want you to think of the best. Okay, thank you, Dancer X. Next question. Is modifying moves that are currently too hard in a combo frowned upon? Working on tech. I love this question. So if we're just speaking audition wise, or if you're in a class doing a combo and you need to modify a move, even if it isn't tech, say it's like if it's a hard, groovy move that you can't get, I am a big fan of making it work for you. There has been so many times in an audition where I'm like, holy crap, I don't understand this movement, so I'm just gonna make a version of it that makes sense to me. So if it's a technical move, like say the double turn, you can't do it, give them the best single they've ever seen. If it's a calypso and you're like, holy crap, I don't know how to do that, give them a glissade. Like, modify it, look like you're trying, and as long as you try, they will see that. So I'm not sure if people will agree with me on that one, but that's what I do, and it's worked for me up until this point, so that's my advice for you. Okay, question number 3. How should I prepare dance-wise for an audition? That's a very broad question, but say if we're thinking specifically for a college dance audition, this is the steps that you're gonna wanna take in order to be successful. Number 1, you need to know that every single school is different and has a different vibe and aura around them. So you need to make a list of the schools that you feel like you resonate best with and go from there. So I would narrow it down to 3 to 5 colleges because you don't want to get so overwhelmed by having 10 to 20. Narrow it down 3 to 5. And then from there, if you have your top 3 to 5, you need to stalk those teams every single day and know their style, their dances, their dancers, who comes to choreograph, everything to set you up for the most success possible. Number 3, don't be afraid to reach out to the dancers who are currently on the team and ask for some advice. Like, what do I need to know? How can I be the most successful at auditions? Is there anything, tricks that you feel like I need to be doing? So don't be afraid to reach out to people. People love to talk about, them and their successes. So ask them, it makes them feel good, and you're also learning something at the same time. And number 4 is very clear. Make sure you're taking dance. Make sure that you are doing the training that you need to be the best dancer possible at that audition. It's not just gonna happen magically. You need to put in the work, and that's on you to do that. No one else can tell you. All right, question number 4. I love this question. I love every question, so I'm probably just gonna say that a lot. Tips for standing out in video auditions. Okay, I currently run a group program that my dancers have to turn in homework, which is their combo of the week, and they have to send in a video submission. This is specifically for practicing for an audition video because what you send in matters, and that is a reflection of you. So if you decide to record your dance on your driveway in the street with trash cans in the background, that is not a good look for you, and that also looks like you didn't put any thought into what you're doing. No one's expecting you to rent out a ballroom space with a chandelier and have perfectly sound in music, but what they do expect is a clear background that looks like you put some thought into it. You need to look the part. You're never gonna submit something where you just woke up and you look like you just got out of bed. You want to make sure that you have makeup on, you have the lipstick color of the team that they wear, you're wearing the outfit that makes you feel confident, because when you look good, you feel good. So just know when you send in a video application, that is a direct reflection of you and the person that they are going to view you as. So make sure it's a good one. Question number 5. Let's go with a lighthearted one. Favorite sneakers for dancing? I am a big fan of the Nike 270s. I feel like they have a great cushion on them. And I only wear white shoes. I think it makes your lines look cleaner and it matches any outfit. I'm also a big fan of the Nike Vomero. And a little note for all my dancers, I always size a half size bigger, because when you dance, your feet swell. So just know that. And I recommend always just getting white shoes. As long as it's 75% white, it's gonna look clean, you're gonna look classy, it's timeless. I promise you, you're not gonna regret that. Question number 6. What are some qualities judges and coaches look for when going into a team as a veteran? So from my experience, going into your team as a veteran is almost more nerve-wracking than going into it as a rookie, because you know what you have to lose. You've experienced this amazing year, you've done all the things that you've dreamt of, and now there's a possibility that that could get taken away. So in order to be successful as a vet going into auditions, my best advice is be humble. Keep your head down, work hard just like you were when you were a rookie. But also remember, like, you have that whole year of experience that you had, so that makes you valuable to the team. People want vets, people want leaders to be on the team. So show up and be there for your team. Be the one that is the difference maker, the girl who goes out of her way to help people. Ask the coach if they need extra help. There's nothing wrong with being a quote-unquote teacher's pet, because if people have a problem with that, it's just because they're jealous or they might think it's weird, but it doesn't matter, because you're doing what other people won't do, and that's what's going to stand out. And no one's going to say bad things about someone who is helpful, someone who asks questions, is there for others. That's how you show up for your team, and your coach will see that, and they're going to want people like that to bring on to the next season. So hopefully that helps. Number 7. Hey, I'm a dancer and I can do a lot, but I want to do more, but I just don't know where to start. Okay, so clearly I like you already, because you already are a dancer and you're wanting more and striving for more for yourself. And I think that is amazing. And a lot of people don't think that way. So congrats to you for thinking like that. I wish I knew more about what you were wanting to do more of, but from what I'm gathering from this, I think what you need to do is just consistently get in class. Like every week, go to that one class that you love first. And if you can consistently be successful at doing that, add another class that's a different genre, because you don't want to just be taking the same class over and over again. But I think by being consistent, which consistency is the #1 tool for growth and success, because when you're consistent, that's where growth happens. And then add on more to the routine once you are consistent in that. Question number 8. For first-time dancers dancing in a pom class, what size pom is required? Is there a specific one? So pom is so fun, first of all, so I'm so glad you're getting into it. I like to buy my poms from Varsity. I'm not gonna lie, they are a little bit more expensive. They're about $28 per pom, not per set, so a little bit of a bummer, but they are really nice quality. I like to buy 6 inches. 6 inches are the ones that you see the college cheerleaders having who are on sideline, or NFL or some NBA teams have. I think the smaller sizes are more for competitive pom teams. So you don't really want the baby ones. If you're going for a NFL or NBA team, they're most likely gonna have 6 inches, and most sideline cheer teams in college are gonna have 6 inches. You can also get some on Amazon. Eventually I'll make a link on Amazon of the poms that I have, but you can easily find 6-inch poms on Amazon or Varsity Spirit, which is my favorite, and I get black or hot pink because that's just my vibe. Question number 9, tips on gaining flexibility in a short amount of time. So Flexibility is a tough one, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was born flexible. It was a gift that I have, and I'm very lucky, and I understand that not a lot of people are given the gift of flexibility, but it's never been hard for me. But I work with a lot of clients who do struggle with flexibility, and I wanna help you. So even now that as I'm older, I'm 26 now, I am nowhere near as flexible as I used to be. But something that I do weekly that I think really helps me is I take hot yoga. So hot yoga is a great way to open up your muscles. It helps you feel looser. Even the sauna can be really helpful. You're stretching your body, but you're doing it in a way that doesn't feel painful. And the heat also allows your body to stretch deeper and even more. So I would get into some hot yoga classes. And also, if you're not wanting to do that, or something you can add on to that is called dynamic stretching. So when I'm working with my clients, you can ask them. I never make them just hold a split. I'm never just gonna say, okay, Sally, you can't do your right splits. We're gonna do that for 5 minutes. Like, it doesn't work that way. It's not helpful in any way, shape, or form. What I have them do, for example, for a splits is we go into a lunge. We're gonna hold the lunge for 1 minute. Then you're gonna pull back into a runner's hamstring stretch. Hold that for a minute. We do about 3 to 4 rounds, and that's dynamic stretching. So instead of holding more of a static stretch, and you can do that with anything that you're trying to get more flexible in. Last question, let's make it a good one. This is a good one to end on. How did you know you were ready to end your time with the Lakers? So it was a really tough decision for me. I loved being a Laker girl, and I have nothing but great and amazing things to say about the organization. And I just, my goal was always 3 years. That was my goal, and that's what I had told everyone. I'm gonna be a Laker girl for hopefully 3 years, God willing. But at the end of my second season, I had started Train with Juju, and I realized that, I had lived my dream. I got to do all the things that I ever dreamt of, and I'm so grateful that I did. And working with clients, seeing them make their dream teams fulfilled me with so much greater purpose. And I realized that that's what I'm called to do, and that's what I want to do. And that's how I knew. And I had a great year my second season. It was one of the best teams I've ever been on, where everyone got along. There was no drama. And I got to do some really cool stuff. I traveled. We went really far in the playoffs. I had an amazing relationship with my teammates, my higher-ups, and my coach, and I wanted to end it on a really high note. So that's my answer. Yay, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to our first ever Tips Tuesday. If you want more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button. And also, every Tuesday on my Instagram at Train with Juju, I will be posting a text box where you can ask your questions, and I might answer them next week on Tips Tuesday. I'll see you guys then. I love and appreciate you all, and see you next week. Bye.